Terry McAuliffe is a bad man. He is a bad man connected to evil people. You only have to scan the headlines for a few minutes, and you will quickly understand how corrupt this deep state traitor really is. And if McAuliffe gets elected as governor of Virginia again, you can kiss all of North America as we know it goodbye. The tensions are rising, and the stakes are higher than ever before. We have all reached a breaking point, a boiling point, a pivotal point. We all look over the precipice, anxiously holding our breath as that last straw of evil flaunts its arrogant, smug disdain at all us good patriots, while it relishes breaking the camel's back, letting the floodgates open. Yes, if McAuliffe gets elected, it could be our final undoing of all that is left of the Republic, the Constitution, democracy, and all of our freedoms. Why has no one gone digging around to see if McAuliffe is connected to the Maduro regime in Venezuela? You know, is there something to be uncovered there? The same thing goes for Qatar. Is anyone digging around for that information? And why is it so hard to find? Why has it been covered up? You know something's there. Does McAuliffe fund terrorism? Or is he helping those that do fund terrorism? Is McAuliffe mentioned in the Qatar papers? Has anyone gone looking to find out? Terry McAuliffe receives funding from the American Federation of Teachers. Is this the reason why he's fighting so hard for teachers to be allowed to continue their propaganda indoctrination of your children in schools with critical race theory and gender theories that endanger the well-being and the health and the safety of children? FBI Director Andrew McCabe actively colluded with Virginia Governor Terry McAuliffe to unlawfully direct FBI resources and personnel to entrap Senator Dick Black of the Virginia State Senate in a Syrian terrorist prisoner release operation for the purpose of generating extortionist political material to be used by Andrew McCabe's wife, Jill McCabe, in her political campaign against Senator Dick Black. This may constitute fraud, bribery, extortion, racketeering, and misuse of campaign funds and other abuses of government resources and authority. McAuliffe received funding from Ham Sabin. You gotta look that person up. And look how much he gets from Planned Parenthood. Will he fight for the right for people to have live birth abortions? McAuliffe received $120,000 from a Chinese businessman, Mr. Wang, who was previously a delegate to China's National People's Congress. McAuliffe said he knew nothing about it. This same investor had donated $2 million to the Clinton Foundation. You know, that same McAuliffe that insisted that parents should have no role in directing the education of their children. He said, I'm not going to let parents come into schools and actually take books out and make their own decisions. I don't think parents should be telling schools what they should teach. Terry McAuliffe had taken a $100,000 campaign donation from billionaire hedge fund manager who backed Harvey Weinstein when the sex allegations first emerged. McAuliffe is a hypocritical flip-flopper. He will do anything, say anything for power, money, and votes. You and I both know that. He has no core values, no principles, and no integrity. He is the worst type of politician. You know, the ones who work hard only to further their own financial gain. Yep. He's only concerned about how much power he can grab and how much influence he can have within that circle of corrupt politicians and the globalist billionaires elite around the world. And if you look into McAuliffe's past, before he even got into politics, you quickly realize that this person was involved in so many shady business deals in which McAuliffe ended up on the winning side of things financially. If McAuliffe gets into power, essentially that will be giving more power to Biden, Harris, the Clintons, Obama, the United Nations. Terry McAuliffe was the Clintons' bagman in more ways than one, from the cover-ups to the get-rich-quick schemes, and his deals with communist China look suspicious. McAuliffe was responsible for many of the problems Virginia currently has. Virginia doesn't need the Clintons or the communist Chinese running the state. Say no to Terry McAuliffe. You can't actually think that McAuliffe has your best interests at heart when he didn't even have his wife's best interests at heart. McAuliffe ditched his wife for a party while she was in labor, and when another one of their children was stillborn, McAuliffe again ditched his wife while she was in tears, grieving in the car, so that he could go and stop in at a party while they were on the way home from a hospital. McAuliffe is all about himself, not about the state of Virginia, not about you, and definitely not about the country. And by now you might be asking yourself, why does somebody in Canada care so much about this election in Virginia? Well, we live in a global type of world. Everything is interconnected. Your one choice has a ripple effect, a devastating ripple effect around the world. It means that, yes, we've lost battles, but if we lose this battle and McAuliffe wins and becomes the governor of Virginia yet again, it means that we have even less of a chance to win this war. It means that maybe patriots will have to go into hiding. And you can see it already happening in North America. Good patriots being labeled as domestic terrorists, being jailed unjustly. This will get worse. We have to stop them. We have to do everything in our power to not let this person take control of the state, because it'll become even more impossible to win this war. Now is not the time to sit back and be lazy. Now is not the time to be cowards. Now is the time to rise up and fight. Now is the time to do your homework. Now is the time to wake up other people, to educate other people about what's going on around them, because we're running out of time. Come on, patriots. We gotta stick together, not just in our own town, city, state, country. We have to stick together worldwide. It's time for us to grow up and go to work.